Hey everybody, Chad Hyams here, author of Achieve Your Apex and host of this podcast. We've been flipping coins for the last few episodes, shifting our perspectives, breaking negative patterns, and upgrading our affirmations into askformations. And if you need to hear any of those again, just scroll back. Those episodes are still there waiting for you. Now, today we close the series with the most important flip of all. What do you do when life smacks you in the face? Okay, this episode is about resilience, not as a buzzword, not a fan of buzzwords and they need to go away, as a system that you can actually build because setbacks are guaranteed. Okay, the question is, how fast are you going to recover and how much stronger are you going to be when you do? So let's get really clear. Resilience isn't about never falling down. It's not about never getting knocked down. It's about what you do the second you hit the ground. Research from the American Psychology Association shows people who practice recovery strategies within 24 hours of a stressful event report faster emotional recovery, stronger decision making, and less fatigue. So, in other words, the bounce back window actually matters, and we want to make it as short as possible. Angela Duckworth, author of Grit, said it best. Resilience is not about bouncing back, it's about bouncing forward. You don't go back to where you were before the setback, you advance to the new version of yourself. If you just went back to the same place, you'd get knocked back down again. So, when disruption hits, most people cope randomly. They'll grab their cell phone wherever it is, they'll scroll, they'll binge, they'll complain. The problem is, none of that actually restores the energy taken from you. This is why you need a system. We call it the Recharge Trifecta: the physical reset, the mental reframe, and the emotional space. Let's start at my favorite place of all of them, of course, the physical reset, because your body holds stress like a sponge. And if you don't wring it out, it's going to leak into everything. Your patience, your tone, your focus, you know it. Think about the days when you come home with those tense shoulders, or that jaw locked, or a really short fuse. Your family ends up paying that price. That's stored stress. The reset doesn't need to be a marathon. Stanford research shows that in just 10 minutes of light exercise, you can lower your cortisol and boost endorphins. I've had nights where the smartest move was to lace up and just go run a mile. Okay, I came back clearer head, calmer. I had answers to problems that I couldn't solve by sitting still. Think about that. Could you just go for a walk? You don't have to run the mile. Go for a walk. Could you just do something where you drop and give yourself some push-ups until a point that it hurts? Muhammad Ali said he didn't start counting until the pain showed up. Think about that as you're physically resetting as part of your resilience trifecta. Part 2 of the trifecta is the mental reframe, right? Without this one, small disruptions become full-blown identity crisis. You miss a deadline, suddenly you're a failure. That's not a fact, that's framing. Suddenly you need a whole new career. You need to start over. You need to change everything. Not a fact, just framing. Instead, flip that coin. Okay, ask, what's the opportunity for me here? Ask, what's the next best step forward? Dan Sullivan's gap and gain principle proves focusing on progress already made sustains motivation. That's looking back at the gain. Sometimes reframing is as simple as saying, ooh, this is a tough moment, not a tough life. Think about that for a moment. Then we have that emotional space to finish the trifecta. This is the most ignored piece of the Recharge Trifecta because not everything requires an instant reaction. And wow, that's a tough one for many of us. Without space, you fire off emails you regret. You make decisions fueled by anger, or you dump stress on the wrong people. Pause instead. How about journal for 5 minutes? How about step outside and hug a tree? How about meditate? A Harvard study found reflection reduces emotional exhaustion and sharpens problem solving. Just reflection. Just take a moment and think. I've seen coaching clients solve more in 10 minutes of journaling than an hour of them venting. And how much time do we waste just venting, just doom scrolling, whatever it might be? Now, when you stack these three together, moving your body, reframing your mind, and creating space for your emotions, you stop stress from spiraling. You recycle disruption into fuel. One of my coaching clients lost a major deal. And if you're listening to this podcast, there's a really good chance you're in sales, which means you've probably lost a major deal. This one, it happened to be 6 months of work, disappeared in one phone call. Okay, at first, she spiraled. Always the natural reaction, sadly. We immediately worked the trifecta. Sent her to the gym that night because she was a gym person. Gave her the physical reset she needed. She reframed the loss as prep for bigger opportunities by doing the mental reframe, by figuring out, should she have seen this coming? What red flags were there that she can identify quicker in the future? Then she journaled through her emotions instead of dumping them on others and took the emotional space. Again, you might not be a journaler. Maybe you're not going to the gym. You can walk, you can talk out loud, you can text with a coach, something. Get the physical reset, the mental reframe, and the emotional space needed. Because 2 weeks later, she landed a client bigger than the one that she actually had lost. And it wasn't luck. It was the coin flip that went from the breakdown to the breakthrough. Now, let me give you some more proof that goes with that. A Harvard Business Review study found leaders who model recovery behaviors, taking breaks, exercise, reframing, actually help increase their whole team's resilience by 25%. Your recovery isn't just for you. It can be contagious. Just like negative energy spreads, so does resilience. That way, you bounce forward and give others permission to do the exact same thing. Okay, here's your challenge for this week. Build your recharge trifecta. Write down one physical reset you can do when stress hits. Right now, just take a second. What's one thing you know you can do physically? Get your heart pumping, get those endorphins firing, whatever it is for you. What's one mental reframe question that you can ask yourself when stress hits? What's the learning lesson in this? What red flag should I have seen sooner that I can watch for next time? What's the opportunity being created for me? And number 3, write down one emotional space practice that you'll use. Will you do the 7-11 breathing? In for 7, out for 11. Will you box breathe for a minute? Will you hug a tree? Will you journal? Will you talk to someone as though they're your journal? Someone like a coach that won't just listen to you vent will get you on path. If you can put those 3 together on your mirror, in your phone, somewhere that you see them regularly, you've built your recharge trifecta. It's harder to say than you think. And next time, when life throws stress at you, you'll be able to flip the coin immediately and kick in with your 3 actions. Resilience isn't about avoiding storms. Resilience isn't just some cool buzzword. Resilience is about owning the tools that let you climb higher after every setback. That wraps the Flip the Coin series. If you want to go deeper, if you want to have this in your hands, you can grab my ebook, Flip the Coin. It's available on Amazon. Just search for Chad Hyams. You'll find it. And until the next time, protect that energy, refuel your resilience, and as always, keep climbing.